Welcome to the page on functions. On this page, we're going to determine if the relation we've been given is actually a function, whether it's been given to us in a table of values, some ordered pairs, or in the form of a graph. We know that when it comes to function, that each member of the domain, our x values, is paired with exactly one member of the range. Or consider those values your y values, your output values. Let's take a look at the table of values. We see that if you input a 2, you output -1. Think of it as 2 has only one favorite, and that happens to be -1. 3 outputs a 2. However, here, when a 2 is input into the function, it produces a different result than up above. We see that the 2 now has a favorite of 1, and we know in a function that's not allowed. We need to have only one unique output value for the number 2. So we know that this is not a function. Let's take a look at our ordered pairs. We have an input of 2 and an output of -1. An input of 3 produces a 2, but here we have a 2 producing an output value of 1, which means you get two different results when you put in a 2. 2 can only have one output value, not two different output values. In other words, it can only have one favorite result. So this is not a function. And if we take those points and graph them on our coordinate plane, what does that look like? Take a look at the 4 points that have been plotted on the coordinate plane. If we look at each input value on the x-axis, such as 2, 3, and 4, which are here in our domain, we see that there is a case where there are 2 different output values. And in fact, if we run the vertical line test right here, we see that this fails the vertical line test because it crosses 2 different points, meaning there are 2 different output values for the input value of 2. So again, this is not a function. It fails the vertical line test. So in each case, whether it's a table of values, ordered pairs, or points on a coordinate plane, in order for a relation to be a function, when you have an input value, you are only allowed to have one unique output value. If you get more than one value for that input value, it fails the function test. It's only a relation. This concludes this video.